my name is Kat. I work under Shimmery Moon, and a couple of people have been asking me if I would do some videos from my workbench. So here we are. I would show you around, but it's a bit of a mess at the moment. I'm sure we'll get there at some point. So thought this would be a good place to start because I've just been doing a project for a client of mine that's like really exciting. So I shot little clips as I went. Hang on a minute, my dog's coming now. There's one. You'll see two dogs, that's four. They'll see two dogs. They'll always interrupt me whenever I'm recording. Pippin, the Jack Russell Patterdale cross, who's just tinkering in here, thinks I can't see her. Hello, Pippi. So that's Pip. There's also a sausage dog called Rusty. He'll probably be along at some point. Anyway, with regards to the project, this, which you'll see in greater detail as you move through the video, is an amalgamation of two rings sent to me from a girl in Ohio called Sandra. She had two rings. She bought a Coffin ring, which this stone is from, and it turned brass, so it was a bit of a disappointment. And she also had a ring that contained the diamonds from her mother's wedding ring. And she asked me if I would take the stones out of both rings and combine them into one new precious thing, which is this. Can't really see it very well, but I'll put some photos up at the end. So, to follow is a bunch of clips that I've put together to make a video. There will be steps that I've missed, perhaps, because I was too busy, too excited to record everything, but you can get the basic idea if you want to have a go at doing it yourself, or if you just want to see how this was created. Anyway, I'm wittering on, and I'm sure you just want to see the progress of this, so I shall put that back safe in there, and yes, enjoy my little journey through learning a whole bunch of new things just to be able to do this one project. The rings are here! I'm so excited, everybody. So yeah, this has come all the way from Ohio, and yeah, let's get it open. I can see why she was disappointed in this one. It's clearly silver plated brass and the gold has all started to come through. It's really, really disappointing, but it does give me an idea of how to reset this stone, so that's cool. This is the one that's got her mother's diamonds in, and I am looking at those teeny little stones and thinking, oh shit. We'll do it, I'm sure we'll do it. I can see them there. They are so little and tiny. So, the mission. Take that moodstone coffin out of there. I may actually have to learn how to repolish a stone as well, because it's looking a bit rough. Take that stone out of there. Use that information on the back there to work out a new setting. Take a jewellery hacksaw to this bad boy. Apparently we saw up to the point where the stones are, and then we bend the ring, and hopefully the stones will just pop out, or I destroy them, which isn't ideal. So fingers crossed. There's the thing. My fingers are so little I can't cross them. Fingers crossed. We shall see what happens. So I've just taken the coffin shaped stone out of the first ring, and it's scratched and it's dirty. You filthy girl, Sandra. No, this is, I think, is crap from the fake silver. So I'm going to see if I can clean the stone up first, I think. This was the horrible setting it was in. Absolute shite. And so I've got this silver square wire, and using my trusty pliers, I am following the shape of the coffin, like so. So what I will then have is that's proper Welsh, wasn't it? So what I will then have is a sterling silver version of what is going on there. Yeah, that's not going to be too bad. So once I've made my final bend, I will solder the joint and file away any excess, and then we will have our little silver coffin shaped mount ready for that stone. I hope. So I've got my shape. I've just applied some silver solder to the joint. So now what we're going to do is we're going to heat the metal. Remember, the solder flows towards heat. So you're not actually trying to aim the heat at the solder flux. You're so aiming it at the metal and it will flow. Fire. Do, do, do. So we're just warming up the metal and there we are, that's flowed. Magic. So there we have it. I shall give that a minute to cool down and I will tidy up the edge and we'll have our little seat for our stone to sit in. Ta-da! So now it's cooled down and I am filing away that nasty edge. And there we have our little coffin shape. Obviously it's a bit black at the moment. I shall give it a smack with a hammer because it's not quite flat. It's a bit wonkomosaurus. But yeah, that will sit in there eventually. Cool. So what I want to do now is make the prongs. I mean, I've cut them off the old one, but these prongs that come up to hold the stone in place. So I've got some, what's this? Oh, it's the wrong packet anyway. So it's probably about a 1.2 millimeter silver wire. I've added some silver solder onto the side of the coffin. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this is where I'm going to want my first prong. Make sure he's up close and tight. I'll take my solder again. Take my blowtorch. There we are, he's melted. And then hopefully without burning myself. Okay, so we've got our first prong. That was a little bit warm. Got our first prong, hopefully, and we just need to repeat that 4 times. Okay, so I'm up early this morning. I was trying to work out how I'm going to bring the sides of the ring up either side of this here. Because I'm gonna solder oh God, ruining things already. So I'm gonna solder this onto the top of the ring. And then I want something to come up the sides of the ring. I think it's going to be floral, but it's going to be too low if I just add it to the ring next to it. So I'm making these pieces to go on the shank, and what they are is I've rolled out some metal clay, thinner on one end going up to a thickness at the top, and those will go up against this. So then what I can do is I can decorate these however I want them, and then I will solder those onto the ring after the fact. So I've just used some metal clay. Obviously I've made them bigger than I want them because we have to allow for the 20% shrinkage. And then I'm drying them on this metal tube just to get them curved. Now, I'm not saying this curve is going to be 100% correct to the size of the ring, but it's a start. Because if I dried them flat, then I know I would have at least had to have bent them that much, you know, to the size of the ring, whereas at least I've got the curve started, so there'll be less amount to bend. I may still need to bend them a little bit, but it'll be a less amount, and that's kind of what I'm aiming for because we don't want it to crack. So I'm going to leave these dry. Okay, so this is my jewellery hacksaw. that I got actually from a lovely friend of mine who's also in the biz. And this is what is left of the gold ring that had my client's mother's stones in. I didn't film the process because I hadn't done it before, and to be honest I was afraid of just capturing some horror, which actually would have been good for bloopers reel if nothing else, I suppose. But anyway, so what I did, this went into a clamp. With each stone I sawed, I guess you'd say sawed, I sawed up to the stone on all the stones, and then the same on the other side, so you can see as I got as close as I could to the stone, and then the metal was weak enough to just do, and then the stone would tap out, and I did that all the way around until I got those precious little beauties out of there. So this is what is left of that. Not much good to man or beast, but yeah, that is that bit done. And then these will get fired in the kiln, become solid silver with the stones already included, bar one, and then they will go either side of the coffin gem. So I'm glad to have those bits finished. What I need to do now is get this little pot that's got everything to do with the project in it, so I don't lose anything. I still will probably lose something, but so the next move now is to take my sandpaper, which has just arrived, different grits, check on YouTube exactly how high I need to go, but it'll be a case of putting it on the sandpaper, giving it a rub over all the facets, and hopefully we can get rid of some of this mess. So that'll be coming up next time the screen changes. So what I've been doing, going from 1000 grit, 1200, 1500, and I'm currently up to 2000, and that stone that was black, you can see now, is actually starting to shine. So with each grit I've gone along all the facets, paying particular attention to the one at the front, and all you do is you get your paper that you're working on at the current grit, bit of water, and off you go, round and round, back and forth, upside down, spell your name if you want to, just keep going. You've got to have a bit of patience. And then wipe it away and inspect where you are. And when you feel like that's the best you can do with that particular grade, which I do feel like now, we shall move up to the, what's that, 2000, so it'll be 2500 next. No, that's 3000. This is 2500. So what I will do is dab a bit of water on there. Obviously I haven't done the side facets yet, but this is just to show you. So every grit we go up, that polish, that sparkle is going to get better every time. And now we're actually starting to see the lovely inside of the stone. And I sound like I know what I'm talking about, and this is something I just learned on YouTube, because YouTube is the bomb, people. Okay, so I've just done the 3000 grit, and I think my fingers are killing me. I think that is the best I'm going to get. I don't know if you guys can see, but we can actually see the purple flash inside there now. And by the way, you'll have to excuse my scabby thumbs because I'm a nibbly nibbler. It's an anxiety thing. Tough tits. Comes with the video, I'm afraid. So yeah, that is, I think, the best I'm going to get. So what I'm doing now is filing the outside of the prongs towards the middle, all the way around the outside and towards the middle, so they kind of curve around, so that when we fold them down onto the stone they won't be so square and blunt. Okay, so I'm having to handhold this because my clamp is normally what holds my camera holder thingy. So what I'm currently doing now is setting, see if I can focus, the big diamond. You can see it there glinting. So I've actually, the hole has been created, I've popped it in, and now I just need to burnish around the outside to hold the stone in place. So I shall do that now, but I'm going to need my other hand, so goodbye. Okay, so that is nice and in place. I don't know how close we can get before we lose focus. Let's try that. So we've got the stones that were already in through the kiln firing. And then the larger stone I kept back, just kind of as a security. And that had to go in next now, so it's fitting in lovely. Yep, I'm very happy with that. So, we got our stones in. We're almost there. We're just ready for our coffin gem now. I just need to make sure these are filed off and neat. And then it'll be a case of sandwiching that little stone in there, folding the hooks over, little prongs, hooks. Yeah. Okay, so as you can see, I've started to push these prongs over the stone, starting with the one corner, and obviously this end will start to come up because of the pressure. So then you push that end down and fold that one. And so on. Now I'll just slowly work my way around, pushing them down, making sure that the stone stays flat. And we're really starting to get somewhere now. Okay, so pardon the mess on my desk. I am not the neatest of workers. I have just been polishing this. Are we ready? Da 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 da. One beautiful moodstone, polished and gorgeous. White diamond, black diamond, extra little purple cubic zirconia I put in there just for a bit of interest. Then there's the other diamonds, white, black, and the larger one. We've done it, people. I feel like this has been such a mammoth thing, and certainly is one of a kind. So hopefully my friend Sandra will be happy, and this will probably become an heirloom piece. And there it is. I shall do some photos because I don't know how close I can get with this video. Oh, it's not too bad. There it is. So this is my first proper go at making a ring. You know, a proper ring. I hope you've enjoyed this little journey with me. What do they normally say at the end of videos? Like and subscribe. Not that I'm going to be doing another one for 5 minutes. I am bushed. Yeah, I think it was worth it. Thanks everybody for coming on this journey with me.